have always wondered if I've been shooting archery wrong my entire life. What if I've been shooting blindfolded with my hands tied behind my back? Metaphorically. Most of us have two eyes and most of us can see with both eyes. Some people are eye neutral, both eyes work and see equally. Yet others have a dominant eye. For example, I'm blessed with good eyes, at least so far. 20/20 vision in my right eye and even better in my left. What if I am handicapping myself by not using my left eye in archery? It has always been obvious to me that my left eye is better than my right, but it hasn't always been obvious that my right hand is better than my left. I've been curious if I'm right hand dominant, so let's ask somebody who may know better than me. Please pick up.
Hi, Kramer.
Hey, how you doing? This is my mother, and I'm curious if her and my dad tricked me into being right-handed. I wanted to ask you, growing up, was I right-handed or was I more left-handed?
You went back and forth between the two, and then once you started writing, you stayed with your right hand. But in sports, you moved back and forth between the two.
I do most things right-handed, but often I can do them left-handed just as smoothly. But here's the weird thing. If I need to throw something all the way across the room, it doesn't really matter which hand I use. That was first try. You probably won't believe. So my question is, have I been shooting archery right-handed my whole life when my left hand has more potential? Here's an interesting experiment of writing my initials, left and right-handed. Now, admittedly, as a kid, I was diagnosed with severe dysgraphia, so my writing's not too good. My initials aren't too far off here, where here I have 25 years of practice, and over here, left-handed, I have 0 minutes of practice. Imagine if left-handed I'm Michael Jordan, and right-handed I'm Kramer Ammons. In a basketball analogy, you would want Michael. This brings us to the big question. What happens when I switch to left-handed for 1,000 shots in archery? Let's find out right now. I can't remember the last time I shot a bow left-handed, so let's find my starting point and take 5 shots into a target from 15 yards. A little awkward. I will take 5 more shots at the end of the 1,000 shots, same distance, same target, and measure my accuracy. This is shot 1, and then the other 4 are right here. Okay, so from my aiming point, the first shot was 8.5 inches away. We can measure the accuracy of a group of arrows by measuring the distance from the bullseye of each arrow. Add those up to get this. Lower number is better. We're 5 shots in. With these initial shots, I'm definitely gonna take my time and really kind of practice drawing back with what feels like good form and get to the right anchor point. I'm gonna do what feels natural overall, but really focus on a couple of the things that I struggle with right-handed. So not bad, definitely having a few wild ones. Well, this is a little odd. I noticed I was shaking a ton. It didn't feel bad, but initially it was just awkward. And fatigue set in super quickly. It's different to use my shoulder here and my back with my left arm. My muscles are probably imbalanced from all the archery I've done. This is all weird. I want my practice to be good, so if my muscles get tired, I will stop. And I'm sure I'll get used to it after a couple of days. But if this takes a few weeks, I'm gonna let it take a few weeks because I want all the practice shots to be worth something. 100 shots, that's how many I've taken, but it's felt like 1,000 shots already. You see, before this experiment, I have not shot left-handed at all. The only time I've shot left-handed is when I make a left-handed bow and I'm testing out the tiller to make sure it shoots good. But my entire life, I've maybe shot 100 shots, so I've already doubled my total left-handed shots of my life. So here's what I'm feeling and have experienced after my first 100 shots. It's quite odd because my right hand holding the bow has done this side-to-side wobble thing occasionally, especially in the earlier shots, but it's been improving. I also experienced wrist slap. I didn't take an arm guard out to the property to shoot. I regret that immediately. I hit my arm probably 5 or 6 times. It left a nasty welt and bruise, and that's due to my inconsistent form. I will be wearing an arm guard for the rest of this test. My alignment seems to be weird sometimes. Switching from right to left, I've noticed that where I anchor and where my eye is in relation to the arrow and the bowstring is sometimes off. I don't always get over top of the arrow properly, and so I'm missing side to side more frequently than I would like to. Repetition should make this become more natural. When I release the arrow, I can kind of shoot two different ways. One is kind of pulling through with back tension. The other one's almost just like sitting right here and releasing the bowstring without pulling through with that back tension. I tend to be equally accurate with both, if not more accurate with just letting go of the string without kind of that pull through. I'll have to commit to one of these release methods. I haven't decided yet. I started shooting archery right-handed as a kid, and I developed some bad habits. And now that I've shot for a long time, I feel like my head knowledge is better than my habits. So the question I've been thinking about for a really long time is, what if by shooting left-handed I could start fresh, blank slate, use everything I've learned over the past 20 years without any of the bad habits? And I was curious if it'd be possible to have new muscle memory with my left hand. And if that could be an advantage for me and actually easier than fixing my bad habits right-handed, to start over with my left. The shots are going well, but I think it's time to scoot back even further to test my limits. I've been shooting within 15 yards this whole time. Today I'd like to go out to at least 30. A big benefit to increasing the distance is that it magnifies your miss. So what would be a couple inches could be a foot or two. Shows you what you need to work on, even more obviously. I set up a 3D target down this way to add to the fun. Oh yeah. Two 50-yard shots, just for the fun of it. I don't even know if I can hit that target, but let's try. Missed. Hey, that was about 4 inches right. I'm 200 shots in and I think I'm already better than my right hand of 20 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's because you don't have any bad habits to break there.
You know, my mother might be right. I have developed bad habits right-handed, even painful ones. So here are some things I don't like about shooting right-handed. I got a problem. I keep getting slapped. No, not that kind of slap. Archery slap, face slap, tab slap. You see, every time I shoot with a tab, I slap my face, but when I shoot with a glove, I don't slap my face. And I'm not sure why. Is it bad back tension, a collapsed wrist, or am I plucking the bowstring? People say you can be more consistent with tabs than gloves, but as long as I'm slapping my face, I'll use the glove. Help me, please. Another problem, and potentially the biggest one that's been plaguing me a long time, is when I'm going like just to shoot with both eyes open, my left eye takes over. And since it takes over, my sight line is absolutely terrible. I'm not actually looking down the arrow, but my left eye is crossing paths with the arrow. To remedy this problem, I just have to close my left eye completely. It's manageable, but it's never felt pure. When I told my mom I'm already better left-handed than right-handed, that was a little bit of an exaggeration. Probably just trying to impress her. But I have had some super good groups. And then here and there I have some wild shots for sure. My good is really good left-handed, but my bad is off the target.
Beneath the shadows of this quiet town, I see you there, your feathers on the ground. Your eyes are heavy with
The last few days I've been doing a lot of these two-shot groups, and I found it really useful because it's easier to focus for 2 shots and then take a little bit of a break. But I definitely can tell I'm getting better.
If you've never flown before, you can take a chance and try once more. Don't let your worries weigh you down, down, down. You can still take flight, although you're earthbound.
This is kind of wild because I must have been oblivious to the discomfort I was actually experiencing shooting right-handed for two reasons. The first one is that face slap thing. The second thing is about 10 years ago, actually a little bit longer than that, I had like a shoulder injury, slid out of place. I also had an impingement. And I think that has affected my right-handed shooting this entire time, and I didn't even know it. And so my groups are getting more and more consistent. That's what I found with more practice left-handed. But I want to do a little uncut two-shot group here for you. It's always fun to do this, just to show you where I'm at and how I am feeling. I think I'm at like 720 shots. So let's see what we can do here. So there's one arrow. I think it's pretty good from over here. It's hard to see. It's a little dark over there. Second shot. And that's pretty typical. That second one was a little bit wild, I think, out to the side, but there's a two-shot group. Let's do some more shooting right now. It's actually quite fun. I have settled a little bit more of a pull through with my release, but not vigorously, not too fast. I was jerking too much and I was losing a little bit of control with my aim. But if I gently pull through, it seems to be good, or I guess it's kind of pulling more behind me is what I'm trying to do. Oh, and one more thing, watch this. Watch my eyes. The arrow went exactly where I was looking. Like I didn't have to close an eye. I don't know if you understand how wild this is. My entire life, if I didn't completely close my left eye, I would shoot an arrow. And imagine I'm shooting it from here, my blindness. And so when I watch an arrow, it is crossing points with my left eye. And an arrow never ever looked like it flew straight. There was never a straight flying arrow. Now when I shoot, it's like a bullet. It's a missile going right to the target. And these missiles are proving to be pretty decent. This is the only left-handed bow that I currently have. It's a $100 bow, $20 arrows, and I'm just as accurate as my most expensive, nicest, custom-made right-handed bow. As a matter of fact, my bow setup is actually cheaper. My bow and arrow setup is cheaper than my target. But it's a nice target. I'm at 995 shots, so here is the last 5 of the 1,000. I am feeling pretty good. I've practiced at this distance a lot, so hopefully I don't embarrass myself. All right, shot 1. Let's knock these in there. Okay, shot 2. 3. 4. 5. Hey, not a bad group. I have shot better 5-shot groups here in the past 300 shots, but this is not a bad one here. Let's measure the distance from the arrows. Arrow 1 is 1 3/4. Pull it out. 1 3/4, 2 inches, 2 1/4, and 2 inches. My furthest arrow was 2 1/4 inches from the bullseye on that 5-shot group, and that's very typical, and I've done even better. Now that's some crazy hair. Am I better left-handed than right-handed? Well, this test went better than I thought it would. I thought it was going to be a whole lot more uncomfortable to shoot left-handed. I do not know if I'm actually better left or right-handed, but I do know it's more comfortable to shoot left-handed. It feels right. It's probably still less natural than right-handed, but it feels right. The arrows are just like going in sight with my eye. My body seems to flow easier going left-handed than right-handed because of shoulder problems in the past. I am really surprised about this experiment. And I tend to have about 3 good groups in a row, and then the 4th one, something is inconsistent still. But I know I can bring that in. The world is not built for left-handed people. I do not want to shoot left-handed. But dominance is actually more important than hand dominance. I am, no joke, better left-handed than right-handed. No joke. I guess I'm a left-handed archer. Oh crap, look at this. Anybody need a right-handed bow? Looks like I'm gonna have to remake every bow I've made over the past 5 years. Ah, shucks. So out of the 9 kids, was I the most athletic, obviously?
Yeah, the most ambidextrous.
At the time, my mom did not know I was filming her, so I want to thank her for letting me use that footage. Is eye dominance more important than hand dominance for archery? I don't think this video is conclusive of that, so in the next video, we're going to explore this and bring some expert opinions into play, because I'm just a semi-ambidextrous, nerdy archery guy over here. So we need some more opinions and we need to dive deeper. That's on the next video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Welcome to the after show. This is generally the part of the video where I don't talk anything about what the video was about, but I share something that I think is actually really important and something that I'm passionate about that's generally related to either my life, the YouTube channel, things like that. This video had a brand deal. This video, at the 3-minute mark, I had an entire brand deal filmed. I was gonna get paid significant amount of money to me for this video, but through the process, the company that I was working with, well, they did not like my first draft of the brand deal. I was too creative, I guess. I didn't follow their rules closely enough, although I'm still not sure what their rules were. And with the interaction back and forth and with using their software more, I'm like, I won't use this software in the future. I thought there were some good features, and there are some things that I kind of liked, but overall, I wouldn't recommend it to a friend. So I said, guys, I have to cut this off. And we were under contract and everything, and I cut off the brand deal completely because I did not feel at peace with sharing it with you guys. So I wanted to tell you my rules for brand deals. I do accept some brand deals. I love working with companies, but I will not promote something I do not believe in. So here are my 3 rules for brand deals so that if you ever see an integration, a brand integration in my video, you know this is true for that brand and my experience with them. No matter how much money I'm offered, I will not promote something that I do not believe in. That's rule number 1. My biggest brand deals that I've been offered, I've had to turn down because they were with companies of things I don't believe in. I have a very strong moral conscience, and I won't sacrifice that. I won't sacrifice integrity. I won't sacrifice peace. I won't sacrifice what I think is right to make $1. I'll never do that. A couple examples of that is I had this sports betting company reach out to me. And I personally don't sports bet because I'm an extremely passionate person. If I did so, I think I'd overdo it based on my experience with things in life. So I don't do it. And if I don't do it, and I'm like thinking to myself, if I promote this to somebody who trusts me and they have the same personality as me and it turns into an addiction, I would feel slightly responsible for that because I promoted it. I had to turn down that deal, and at the time it was double of any brand deal I ever got. Turned it down. There's another company who reached out who it's like a little shot. It's a little hangover cure shot, but you take it before you go out and get drunk. I don't drink alcohol. Again, I can't overdo things. Am I promoting over drinking by promoting this shot? That's not who I am. That's not who you guys are. I can't promote that. If I do not believe in it, no matter how much money they offer me, I will not take the deal. Like this video editing software that I've used a little bit, and I don't like it. So I had to cut off the deal midway after I did all the work. I could have just submitted what they said. I could have just gotten paid. I did all the work. I won't do it. If it's a product, I will use it myself before I ever promote it. And most of the deals I do, it's a product that I've already used. I've been using for a long time, like Element, for example, that electrolyte drink. This is not sponsored by them, but I've used them for years. And so I reached out to my manager and said, hey, do you think we could get a deal with them? And we got a three-part brand deal with them, which was really cool because it's something I use. There's so many products like that that I promote that I've used in the past. Other ones, one that's coming up in a new future video, I never used it before. It's a shoe company, and I said, send me the shoes. Send me the shoes. I'm gonna try them out for a month or so. I really wanna see if they're good before I promote them. And if I wanna continue using the product after that test, I'm not gonna promote it. It doesn't have to be something I'm using right now, but at a specific time in my life, it had to have been useful to me and something that I would actually use and recommend to a friend for me to recommend it to you. Number 3, I will never put money above integrity. Kind of like number 1, but a little bit different because in this YouTube creator space, there are so many people that just go for a money grab and are there for the short term and don't care about humans at all. That's not me. I want to make a difference. I want to finish this YouTube game, whether it's in 5 years or 50 years. I plan on being around for a long time. That's how I've structured this channel, is for longevity. I'm not here to, it's not for getting money for me. It's a passion. I did YouTube for years without making $1 from it. I still have, YouTube is still almost a side hustle because I make money in other ways. It makes me be able to do it as a passion and be pure in heart when I'm making YouTube videos. I want to make money from it as much as the next guy, but I don't, well, maybe not as much as the next guy, because some people will just sacrifice. So many people I've seen in the past 3 years just ruin their reputation. It's like they don't care. They don't have any morals. They don't care. They don't have any principles they live by. It's just like, selfish, get money, screw people. I hate that. I will not ever do anything like that. I will always believe in it. I've made mistakes in the past. I've done things that I'm like, man, I didn't have perfect information. I should have done more research. I thought this product was this, and then it wasn't. Like, there are things that I haven't done perfectly, but I will always, on intention and on principle, follow the best rules, and I'm always open to saying when I messed up. Here's an example. I'll give you a perfect example of when I messed up. When I first started Shatterproof Archery about 5 years ago, I was doing a lot of research on business, reading all these books, trying to figure out how do you run a business. And there's this one marketing person who said that in order to be successful in marketing, you have to make your product seem like something that all your friends would want. It has to have a social currency. If you have an item and you want to tell your friend about it, then those are the products you want to sell. So in your marketing material, you need to make it seem like their friends will be jealous of them because that's what people want. And I don't know anything. I mean, what, a 23-year-old kid trying to run a business? And I just took like the outline that he gave and I implemented it in one of the videos. At the time, we were selling leather wallets. And I said something like, you're gonna like this wallet so much that you're gonna wanna take it out and pay for your friends so that they'll be jealous of seeing your wallet. Something stupid and ridiculous like that. I was trying to do the right thing, and then I remember one person commented and is like, wow, Kramer, I thought we had more in common. And it really hurt me because we probably did have a lot in common. I felt bad saying that. I just thought it was the right thing to do if I were to run a business. I knew nothing else. I tried to do the right thing, but I did something that felt wrong to me. It didn't feel genuine because I would never do that. Don't try to show off. I don't want to ever be flashy. I'm kind of down to earth, and that felt terrible. So if I ever do make a mistake, I'm open to sharing it with you guys. It's nothing to hide. I am trying to do my best, and I wanted to share my brand deal rules with you. Thank you for sticking around for this after show. I do this occasionally, especially on videos there's not a brand deal, just to share a little bit more with those who really care. So I know you care. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really, really pumped about 2025. I am a full-time YouTuber for the first time since 2019, and in 2019, well, I didn't make any money from it, but I posted like 50 videos. So this year, we're gonna go for at least 50 full forms, 100 shorts. We're gonna knock it out of the park. Hold on to your horses, because this channel is about to blow up. That's just a guess. I'm just gonna work, have fun, and make videos, and then the results, we'll see what happens. God bless you. See you guys on the next video.